Okay, so I'm going to explain my understanding of this rather than the actual problem. So this is our problem. What we're going to do here is because we see this sign, my understanding is we flip it because it's a negative sign. So we flip it, we also make this multiplication. And then we're going to get here, we can just take this 3 and divide this by 3 and divide this by 3. Now 3 goes into 27 9 times, and then we just have the 3x. Same here. 6 goes into 48 8 times, so we just take the sign with it 8 times. Same here. The x minus 8 and the x plus 4, because when we have this, we have the 4x, and we just the same little 4x, and then we take that 4 and divide it by the 32, and we get negative 8, because 4 goes into 32 8 times. And then we have the same thing, the 2 x's, and then the plus 9. And then here we have that 3x plus 4 over 6, because we just did the simple math, and we get x plus 4 equals x plus 4 over 2x. What I just realized is maybe some of you don't understand how to do the simple math here. We can cross this out right here and this out because it's the same. And the x plus 9 and the x plus 9 here, we can cross that out. So we have 3 and then the x plus 4 and then over 6 and then x. And that's just how we get this. For 7.4, the first thing we're going to notice is this can be factored. So we're actually going to factor the 20, and 4 times 5 actually can give us, 4 plus 5 can give us 9. And so we come back over here and we kind of simplify this into 6 and then x plus 4, and we get the x plus 4 and the x plus 5 because that will get us 9. Next step we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get the same on both sides. So right here all we're missing is the x plus 5, and here all we're missing is the 6. So we're going to take the x plus 5 and multiply it to this, because if we put one over the other it makes 1, and we can do that all times. Here we do the same thing with 6. We then get the x and then x plus 5, and then the 6, x plus 4, and x plus 5. Same thing here. It's 6 x plus 2, and then the 6 x plus 4 and x plus 5. Next thing you do is you add them together, and so you just put the x plus all of them together, yes, and then you're going to distribute the x here, and you're going to just distribute the 6 here, and you're going to get this right here, and then you're going to simplify it, and you're going to eventually get this answer. Okay, so to get Gianna's life together, Gianna takes 6 days. But Gianna's mom takes 4 days. How long will it take them together?
Get your life together.
Here, for each day. 1 to 6, 2 to 6. 1 day, 2 day out of this is this. Same thing with the mom. Now what we're going to do is this is our equation. 1 over 6x, because x represents the number of hours completed together, plus 1 over 4x, I'm trying to see, equals 1. Then we're going to take the 2 over 2 and 3 over 3, because the common number between them is going to be 12. And so that equals 1. And then we come here, and it's going to be 2x, because we're here over 12, and 3x over 12 equals 1. Then when we put them together, we can actually multiply this by 12 each, and then we can cross this out, multiply this by 12, get 5x over 5, because we're going to divide now because we have 12 and 5x. Divide this as well. 5x then equals 12 over 5, or 2.4, which means that it takes 2.4 days to get Gianna's life together. Hey there, so you might have noticed I didn't have 7.5, and this is because I didn't have the notes available, so I'm hoping to do some notes in, for some credit. So we're doing this, number problem 14, and so we have this, and this is going to be 80x to the 5th power instead of the 4th, because you're going to combine them together. Then it's going to be 5x 2, and then y, because that's that, and then y3, because you combine them together. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to take, 5 goes into 80 16 times, so putting a little 16, we can cross this out, and just put a little 3 here, and then we can cross this out and put a 2. And so then it comes down here, and it's 16, right? x3 to y to the 2nd power. Next problem I think worth explaining is this one. So we have 1 over 2 plus 3 over 5 equals 4 over x. So that's gonna be, we're gonna try to get these lowest, we're gonna try to get these to be together, to be the same number, and 10 is the lowest common denominator. So we multiply this by 5x because we want 10x. So then we do the same thing for here, except we multiply it by 2x because, 5 times 2 is 10. And then 4x, we do the same thing and we multiply this by 10 each. So then we're going to have our 5x over 10x, and we can actually multiply each one of these by 10x to cancel the 10x out. So we're going to try to cancel the denominator out, and we'll have 5x plus 6x equals 40. At this point, we just add these two together. We get 11x equals 40. We're going to divide the 11x by 11, and we're going to divide this by 11, and we're going to get x equals 40 over 11. Hello, Mr.
Oh my god, her hair is amazing.
I know. I'm always so super stylish.
Oh my god, I want to be her.
Anyway, diversity.
I love her hair.
Now,
Oh
I am
my
one to think that I don't
God.
judge anyone. Or, I mean, I might if you're a mean person. I think that's the one thing I really focus on. Like, if you're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to you. I don't care if you're purple, big, small, have a learning disability, not, as long as you're like a decent person, I think that, I'm going to be pretty nice to you. But, thinking differently, I am one to think that I love others thinking differently, because it's like, I didn't think like that, and I'm like, oh, cool, I can, learn from it. But then I guess there's a lot of things that I've seen recently that I've, said something, and, my friend will say something, well, not my friend, my boyfriend, he'll say something different, and I'm like, are you stupid? How do you think that? But I guess that's the beauty in it, that everyone thinks differently, and I think I need to learn about that a little more and just figure it out a little more, because I immediately think, why would you see it that way? Are you saying I'm wrong? But maybe it's not just about me being wrong personally, but about, our brains actually being different. So I think that's a pretty good point you made. And when you said the whole, what's the thing, equal and stuff, when you said that whole, oh, is everyone, prejudiced or blah, 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 I was like, oh, I know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say, it's not just race, it's also, big, small, blah, 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 but the whole thinking thing, that's a tricky one. What's up, Jalen? Would you like to meet my brother, Mr. Suhu? Okay, we're gonna meet my brother. Say hi, Jalen.
Damn, that boy is fire.
Say hi to Mr. Suhu.
Hi.
Yeah.
So
He's social. Anyway, I hope you somewhat, maybe, kind of, not really enjoyed my video. And thank you for being an awesome teacher. And see you in class.
Alright, bye, Mr. Chisholm.